Before we begin, if these stories bring you calm and rest, please subscribe to Golden Sleep Stories. Your support helps us create more peaceful nights. And if this story soothes your mind, a gentle like lets us know. Now, relax and drift into sleep. The Silk Roads, Whispering Sands. Close your eyes, but keep your inner vision open. For we are about to travel a road that exists in two worlds simultaneously, the historical and the hypnotic, the geographical and the psychological. A road where every sound is a step towards slumber, and every silence is a doorway to dreams. First, feel the surface beneath you transform. Your mattress becomes fine, sun-warmed sand. Your blanket becomes the soft, star-cooled night air of the Taklamakan Desert. The Taklamakan, its name itself, means the place of no return in the old Uyghur tongue. But tonight, it transforms. Tonight, it becomes the place from which the waking mind does not wish to return. Listen to the foundational breath of this landscape, the eternal wind. It does not howl here, it whispers. It has been whispering for 5,000 years, smoothing the edges of dunes, polishing fragments of forgotten pottery, carrying the ghosts of melodies from Samarkand to Xi'an. This wind is your first guide. Match your breath to its rhythm, long, slow exhalations that stir nothing but the finest top layer of your anxieties. Inhale the cool, dry air that has passed over sleeping oases. Exhale the damp, cluttered thoughts of your day. Let the wind take them east, toward the Jade Gate, where they will dissipate against establish your caravan. You are not a solitary traveler. Around you, the night is dotted with the dark. Resting forms of Bactrian camels, the ships of the desert. Their breathing is a deep rhythmic counterpoint to the wind. Hoo-hoo-fa, listen to that sound. It is the sound of immense patience, of an organism designed to carry burdens across vast emptiness without complaint. With each of their sighs, feel your own burdens lighten. The weight on your shoulders isn't yours alone to carry. It is distributed among the strong, silent backs of these creatures, who have borne the treasures of empires. Your worry is a feather compared to their loads of silk and sapphire. A soft sound enters from the west, the bell of Kashgar. It is a small, copper bell tied to the led camel of a caravan that passed this very spot 8 centuries ago. The sound is not a loud ringing, but a tink, 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 with the cadence of a slow heartbeat, and it marks the pace of your descent now. This bell does not measure minutes, it measures moments of stillness. With each tink, allow a muscle in your body to fully surrender. Start with the tiny muscles around your eyes, then your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Let the bell conduct the symphony of your softening. Each chime as your body settles, your mind's eye begins to see. You are at the edge of the Turfan Depression, one of the lowest places on Earth. Here, the silence is so profound it has depth. You are looking at the stars of the Tarim Basin, with no cities to drown their light. They are not merely dots, but luminous clouds, rivers of milk, ancient constellations drawn by nomadic astronomers. The Great Silk Road asterism, not a formal constellation, but a pattern known to every night-walking guide, hangs directly overhead. The weaver, the spindle, the merchant's scale. Their light doesn't twinkle fiercely here. It pulses softly, like the slow blinking of a cosmic eye. Watch this pulse. Let your own thoughts slow to match its majestic, unhurried rhythm. Weaves into the soundscape, the song of the night sand. As the temperature drops, the very grains of sand contract, shifting against one another with microscopic movements. This creates a low, ethereal hum, a geological lullaby. It is the desert itself, singing itself to sleep. This frequency, scientists would later find, resonates at a theta wave pattern, the very brainwave state of deep meditation and the threshold of sleep. You don't need to understand the science. You only need to feel it. Let this subterranean vibration travel up through the sand beneath you, into your bones, into your marrow. Let it tune your nervous system to the frequency of the ancient earth. A memory, carried on the wind, the scent train of a distant oasis. You cannot see it, but you can smell it, the damp, fertile aroma of poplar trees clinging to an underground river, the faint, sweet promise of apricots and dates from hidden gardens. This is the scent of mercy in the harsh landscape. It tells your primal brain that sustenance and safety are near, even if just over the dune. With this scent comes the distant, liquid trickle of a Qanat water channel, an underground aqueduct engineered by Persians millennia ago. The sound is life itself, clear, cool, and persistent. Let each drip of that hidden water correspond to a release of a lingering tension. Drip, your lower back relaxes. Drip, your hips settle. Drip. Now, your legs grow heavy, and sound of all emerges from the east. The silence of the Jade Gate, Pasyumguan. This was the final checkpoint for caravans leaving China proper. Beyond it lay the terrifying and wonderful unknown. At night, when the gates were sealed, a silence fell upon the watchtowers, so complete it was said to be audible. This was not an empty silence, but a full one. It was the silence of watched horizons, of prayers whispered for safe passage, of history holding its breath. We bring you that silence now. It is a blanket woven from the quiet hopes of a million travelers. It descends upon you, dense and comforting. Within this silence, your own mental chatter has no room to echo. It is absorbed, neutralized, transformed into mere background static before fading entirely. Your personal caravan master, an unseen presence of profound calm, speaks without words. He signals that it is time to unload, not the physical goods, but the psychic ones. Visualize yourself gently removing the crates from your mind's camels. Crate labeled tomorrow's tasks. Place it in the sand. The desert will keep it safe until dawn. Crate labeled yesterday's regrets. Place it beside the other. The wind will slowly bury it, softening its sharp edges. Crate labeled persistent worries. This one is heavier, but the sand here is deep. Lay it down. Feel the immense relief as your mental caravan is emptied. As the camels of your mind kneel down in the sand to rest, their work complete. You are approaching the deepest point of the journey, the Dunhuang Caves of Slumber. In the cliffs of Mogao, thousands of Buddhist cave temples were carved, their walls covered with serene sleeping Buddhas and celestial musicians. The spirit of that place dedicated to contemplation, art, and transcendence drifts on the night air. A single, pure note from a lullaby played on an ancient pipa lute strings itself across the dunes. It is a fragment of a tune that once lulled a painter to sleep as he worked on a cave mural by lamplight. The note hangs in the air, sustained by the dry atmosphere, vibrating at the exact pitch that stills the mammalian brain. Now, we invoke the guardians of the resting road. They are not soldiers. but sentinels of serenity. The stargazer of Palmyra. She sits on a broken column, her face turned upward, mapping the pathways to unconsciousness in the stars. The well-keeper of Merv. He ensures the metaphorical waters of your deep sleep are pure and plentiful, lowering the bucket of your awareness into a well of cool, dark nothingness. The sand shaper of the Gobi. With tender, infinite patience, she smooths the ripples of your remaining thoughts, each pass of her hand creating a smoother mental dune, until your consciousness is a perfect, unmarked sheet of sand ready to receive the gentle footprints of dreams. Feel their presence forming a triangle around you, not to confine but to contain this sacred space of your rest. You are protected by the very archetypes of peace that have watched over this route for ages. Your body is now part of the landscape. Your heartbeat is the slow, infrequent footfall of a distant traveler. Your breath is the nocturnal breeze moving through the tamarisk shrubs. Your blood flow is the secret, slow movement of groundwater deep beneath the desert floor. You have achieved ecological integration, the state where the boundaries between self and environment blur, and the ego dissolves into the ecosystem. This is the ultimate goal of the insomnia-riddled mind, to remember it is not separate, but part of a vast, living, resting world. The final sound arrives. The collective sigh of the arrived. It is not one sound, but the accumulated outbreath of every merchant, pilgrim, and explorer who finally, after a brutal day's trek, saw their intended caravanserais fires glowing in the distance and knew they could stop. It is the sound of relief made audible across centuries. Ah! It resonates in a frequency that triggers the release of melatonin in the modern brain. Join that sigh. Let it pour from the very depths of your lungs. You, too, have arrived. Your caravanserai is here. It is this bed, this moment, this surrender. The sensory journey completes its circle. The wind returns, but softer now, as if tucking the edges of the desert night around you. The camel bells are still. The stars pulse, their slow, reassuring light. The silence of the Jade Gate fills every cell. The ancient, arid basin that gave birth to trade, to cultural exchange, and tonight, to your profound and necessary rest. You are no longer traveling to sleep. You are sleep. You are the resting caravan. You are the whispered secret in the sand. You are the dream waiting to be dreamed. The road continues forever in all directions. But you have found your stopping place. Rest now, deep and long. The sands remember everything, and they will remember this perfect peace as yours. The dawn is many slow, starry hours away. Good night, traveler. Your journey is complete.